Hi, how y'all doing? Today is November the 5th, 2025. Here in Ontario, Canada. Sky's cloud covered again. Rain, right? Yesterday we had blue sky with some clouds. Temp was about 11, right? Celsius. Um, but it's a damp day today. Yesterday I did not make a video. The Schuman was blacked out for 12 hours. And that started, they posted that as soon as I got up in the rise. So it was longer than that, right? By the time I posted it, because they didn't upgrade it throughout the day. And I slept well that night. Last night, not so much. Wasn't my fault, though. My youngest son, the one that lives with me, what is he, 29 now, right? He got a migraine, right? About a half an hour after I went to sleep. And just started vomiting for the next hour or two. Right? He came in my room and he was like, I need help. I have never felt so much pain in my life. He wanted to off himself. I said, don't say that. I said, it's only pain. Right? I said, I'm in pain 24/7. It's only pain. Right? And then I did my best to make him comfortable, right? Give him a couple suggestions. And about 11 o'clock, maybe later than that, he finally was able to lay down and he slept. But being a mother and a roommate or a housemate, you know what I mean? I was concerned all night because if I go back to sleep again, is he going to wake me up vomiting again? And, pleading for help because he said, I might want you to take me to the hospital. And I was like, yeah, all right. Because I can't talk him out of it. He's 3D. He got the job, right? And that's another thing that makes me concerned. Like, is this what's going to take him out? Kind of thing. Is this it? Right? I've been asking Source not to have it happen around me, but I'm not in control, am I? You know what I mean? I surrender to the universe, to Big Mama Source. I have no other choice, right? So, yeah, it was around, I don't know, midnight. I went to bed or went to sleep. I finally, stopped leaking that out and being concerned. I was like, it's been a while. It's okay to go to sleep, Teresa. He's not going to get up, right? But yeah, weird dreams last night too, right? Weird dreams. Kept on getting this message over and over throughout the night that every place, it's just, I can't put my finger on it. It's like has its own power that you can use. You know what I mean? But it's a specific thing. But yeah, it was strange. I remembered it until I rose. I even remembered it when I got up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. And then it was right back into the dream again. Same dream, right? So, yeah. Um, Things are going to get really strange here because of the astrological signs that we're going to be dealing with. Pisces and then Sagittarius, right? After what, the 20th, 21st, whenever it flips. I've my son's the one that took his thumb off, right? Was born on the cusp, so he's a Sagittarius, right? And so stay away from them. They're going to be dangerous. I was like, oh great, you know what I mean? And Pisces, you can't believe a thing, right? They'll believe anything. A bunch of new shit's gonna come out. Don't believe it. Just be like, it's a thing, but it ain't a thing. You know what I mean? I don't care. So, how does it make you feel? The stuff you listen to, the stuff you watch, right? Things you're told by the internet and by people around you, right? Don't believe anything. Just don't don't fall for shit, right? Know that the God is within you. There's nothing out there that you need to worship or pray to. Pray to yourself. Pray on yourself. Pray to yourself. That sounds strange to me. Talk to yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because that's who's in control, you know? Who made religion? God didn't make religion. There's no God that made religion. It came down and wrote books, the Torah, the Quran, the Bible. It was man. A man's infallible, right? It's all about ego, a prestige with them. So there was no religion to begin with. Egomaniacs just wanted it as a form of control and did it so well. They were so charismatic that people believed them, just like the best salesman on earth, right? Could sell you anything. Could sell ice cubes to an Eskimo. There's people like that. They've been around since the beginning. So yeah, that's what being sovereign's about. Knowing that who you are. And there's nobody above you. Nothing is above you. Right? Source doesn't judge you, you judge yourself. But Mother Nature, I suppose, does. Right? Because she'd be the one moving people off the realm. Or the not people. The ones in bodies pretending to be people. Right? Because if you don't use your body, something else will. You know? People have thought up all kinds of things in their imagination that causes you harm. That's wicked and evil and scary, oh my, right? And then it kind of brings it to life if enough people believe it, and it affects them, you know? And those thoughts are what, allegories? If I'm using the right verbiage. And yeah, they'll take over a body if they find one, because they're just a soulless thought running around with no body or anything, right? I suppose that would be your possession. But they're weaker than us because they don't have a body, you know? You can tell the ones that have been taken over. Their faces covered in tattoos or piercings. They start modifying themselves to look like something that they're not, right? Something else. That found a body and wants to turn it into what it looks like, I suppose. I know lots of people that have been bitten by this bug, right? Me, not me. I don't have a tattoo on me. I know. Strange, right? Miss was okay in the rise, though. Got up, went out, you know? So it was just last night. Did you feel any strange energy last night? Around 10 o'clock? 9:30, 10? Right? Something... I know the Ascension symptoms, my feet were really bothering me. For last 2 days I've been getting like electric shocks running through my feet, out my toes. It's been very uncomfortable. Right? Having to keep on moving them around because it hits one spot and it just like bzzz. Have you ever been electrocuted? I used to take bets as a child when I used to be walking to school. I lived out in the country, right? And there was an electric fence because of ponies. There was a farm, they had ponies, right? And they had electric fence. And I used to bet the other children that I could hold on to the fence longer than they could for their milk money. So I could have something at school to drink, right? Because we were broke ass. I always won because I could hold on longer, right? But yeah, it's that bzzz, it's just like, ah, you know? So much worse than a static shock. That's how my feet have been feeling. It's eased up somewhat today, though. It's not as intense as it was yesterday and last night. So yeah, my C1 atlas vertebrae has been aching for the last, week or two, right? You know, the one that your head sits on. And my shoulders really tight. All right, I was all concerned in the rise. I turned my head to my left, and I almost got stuck there. And I was like, "Oh no!" but it eased up. The pain was quite intense. So I think we just had a giant CME come off the sun, so whatever that energy is going to do to us. Plus, there was a giant coronal mass ejection hole, right, that's facing us. That's what they decided to call it. When you can see through the stars through the sun, right? They had to give it a name, make an excuse why that happens, right? But yeah, energy from that's coming at us too. It all ties together. It does. It all happens for a reason. Okay. Oh, my son too, the one that took his thumb off, right? Phoned me, not last night, but the night before, and asked him if he was Reiki. He said no, and then he goes, yeah. And I was like, oh. And he wanted to know something, and I just was short with him, and then he was like, yeah, bye, and hung up, right? And then yesterday in the rise, he showed up and wanted to buy a couple of packs of smokes off me, all right? Because he wasn't ready to drive to the res yet, right? So I'm doing what you said. I'm soaking my hands in hot salt water. I did it again today, right? And then I was like, yep. And then he left. He was going, and I stuck my head out the door. I said, I don't have to keep my word anymore, all right? I said, you blew it. I said, you're going to have to prove it to me if you want to do it again. You have to prove it. He was like, I know, okay. And he left, right? So, yeah, I ain't taking nobody at face value, regardless if they're my children or not, right? But I knew that, I knew there was a chance. I know how it is dealing with people with addictions. I watched my father and a lot of other people. It's like been in my life since I can remember. That's why I'm not one of them, right? But I have no need or want, no desire to drink anyways right now. I have nothing to celebrate, right? The energy is too intense. It's changing like rapidly from day to day. It's like one day of intense energy, next day, rest. Next day, you have intense energy, shit being thrown at you, psychic attacks, whatever, spiritual attacks, right? Chaos. And then the next day, relax, right? Do you see what I'm saying? That's what I've been feeling with the energy anyway. So yeah, it's just what we're going through. This is what we have to do. It's the chaos of the old world coming down, right? Just don't believe anything. Don't believe in aliens, don't believe in devils and gods, and don't believe in nothing, right? Believe in yourself. Trust in yourself. Have faith in yourself. You got this. You can do it. Stop letting other people's opinions dictate to you how you should think, feel, or anything, right? Just be kind to yourself. Love yourself. Tell no lies, cause no harm, and be good. It's not hard, right? And if people come across your paths and they want you to go against those three things, walk away from them. Say, no, be gone. I'm out of here. Ain't doing it. I'll find some other way. For sure. I guess tonight's a full moon? It's Wednesday today, right? I lost a day. Yep. It's Wednesday. It's that blackout yesterday. I wasn't getting, not that I'm aware of getting downloaded or anything. It was just like calm, quiet day. Right? For me, anyway. Even though my sun did show up, it still was just a thing. It wasn't a thing. You know what I mean? It wasn't here for more than 2 minutes kind of thing. I went to the grocery store yesterday too. Bought my supply of food for the week, right? Didn't talk to anybody, did self-checkout. I was moving so slow too yesterday, right? Everything was very methodical. But whatever energies are in the planets that's affecting us, this is what it's doing. So yeah. Anything else happen? Nah, nothing happened. Hopefully I have a quiet day today again. It's raining out quite a bit. Alright. Every day I'm stronger than the day before. What else? Every day I navigate the chaos with ease more than the day before. And every day I have more to be grateful for. More gratitude than the day before. I love you all to consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. We shall meet on the other side. Bye.